Hi, my name is Jens Anderson and I'm the Creative Director on DC Universe Online. And I'm really happy to be sharing with you a brand new feature coming to DCUO in the new DLC, The Hand of Fate. It's called Utility Belt Attachments, and it really opens up a whole new level of strategy, tactics, and fun for our players. Let me explain to you what it is. Utility Belt Attachments are basically a trinket. You're going to be able to slot them into your trinket slot and modify your existing belt into a utility belt, which is essentially what Batman uses to pull out all kinds of gadgets, technology, antidotes, things to really help him get through the fights. And we're going to bring that same kind of activity to our players with Utility Belt Attachments. Now you're not going to have to choose between the clown nose disguise you found or that great trinket or power-up you got in one of the missions that you ran, or maybe just that consumable you need. Previously you had to have your best in slot stuff in your trinket slot. Now you're going to be able to play around with a lot more tactics, strategy, and like I said, just fun. Do you want to put the clown nose in? That's great. You can do that now because you can still load out that necessary trinket with its cool effect or the consumable that you need to survive those tough battles. So actually, let's take a look at the specifics of how the utility belt works and how it opens up a lot more fun tactics and strategy to the gameplay. Let's go to one of our designers right now and have her show you what it's all about.
Hey guys, I'm Christina and I'm a QA analyst here for DC Universe Online. Today we're going to talk about the utility belt, one of the new features coming up in the Hand of Fate DLC. The utility belt is a really great piece of gear that lets you equip additional consumables and trinkets, and it really benefits you, the player, in PvE, PvP, and even just for fun. So here I have my utility belt, Soldier's Utility Container, and it's got 3 slots. A trinket slot, another trinket slot, and a wildcard slot. Wildcard slots allow you to equip anything. You could have a consumable or a trinket in there, while a trinket slot only allows trinkets, and a consumable slot will only allow things like colas or one-time use items like, you know, the PvP flashbang module, something like that. So right now I'm going to equip a regular trinket, and let's see, we'll get Mr. Boo here. And so both of these trinkets are now on my bar, and when I use them, I can basically use both at the same time. Now the way we have our consumables and our trinkets, they do have group cooldowns, so you won't be able to, you know, spam bunches of colas at once or something like that, but it does allow you to use different types of trinkets at the same time. One of the cool things is that you can actually use multiple pets and different like bouncy balls and all sorts of things like that, so it's really beneficial for, you know, if you're a fan of marketplace items and you really want to come show them off to your friends. So we're going to go through this playroom a bit, and right now I actually equipped an even better belt that's got a trinket, a consumable, another trinket, and a wildcard slot. So I've loaded it up with some of my favorite items, like we have Mr. Boo here, who's a nice little damage add. I like to actually run around with him a lot. And he's going to help me in combat, and so I can use my actual one-shot DPS item over here to do damage to this boss. And I also have my colas here on 9, so anytime I get low on health I can just kind of reach for that. So one of the nice things is that even, you know, if you have stuff on cooldown, you usually have something that's up, since you have such, you know, once you have a really good belt, you have a lot of choices. And so Mr. Boo is down, so he'll be up off cooldown pretty soon. But if I hit my shield generator, it'll prevent me from taking damage. Got my Mr. Boo back, and he's going to help me. And as you can see, my very far slot is actually empty now, so I can go ahead and fill something else out. So I've got some Throwing Star 2s. So these are add additional damage, so they're good in any sort of, you know, single target fight. And we even have ones like, I think I have the Inferno modules as well, which are actually really great for AE. These, if you're like a fire DPS and you're in raid and you have lots of ads, they're really great to just kind of, you know, toss in there on, you know, groups of mobs, and they can really add to your damage. And whereas before maybe you didn't really want to swap out your cola to be able to use them, with the utility belt you can actually go ahead and, you know, have those in addition to your cola at no penalty.
So there you go, that's utility belt attachments in a nutshell. And as you can see, it opens up a whole lot of options for our players. No longer will you be bound to best in slot. You're going to be able to choose to play your way. So we hope you like the new utility belt attachments, and we can't wait to get them in your hands with DLC 5, The Hand of Fate.